So, you have come. Her vision holds true. Stay your hand and hear my words. Dominion, Pact, Covenant. You're like school children fighting over marbles, while the world around you is on fire. I am the most humble servant to the blessed goddess Almalexia. Her divine vision foresaw your coming, as in a dream. We share a common enemy. That does not make us friends, but it does make us allies. The Prince of Schemes, the Harvester of Souls. Do not force me to speak his name. One of his dark anchors has planted itself in the ruins of what was once the town Gilvardel. Those who came to destroy it have gone missing. We must find them. Good. We will set aside differences for the sake of Tamriel. We need to know what happened here. The surviving members of the group sent to destroy the Dark Anchor will know best. We must split up and search. Perhaps you have heard the song in the taverns. O Gilvardel, your name is desolation on my lips. Once a thriving wood elf town was nestled here, full of life and music, until he came. The Harvester of Souls claimed them all, reaping every last soul. Almalexia saw the horror as it unfolded, but could do nothing. Her memory is long, and her compassion burns like the sun. She sent a group of us to destroy the Dark Anchor here. She is our merciful, healing mother, divine goddess of the Tribunal of Morrowind, who I am sworn to serve. Though occupied with the war that rages on, her compassion extends to all when it comes to the vile Prince of Schemes. My goddess possesses many gifts, not the least of which is her sight. She saw you were crucial to what must happen here, and that your hatred of the Prince of Schemes burns almost as deeply as her own. Allies, recruited by Almalexia to aid me in opposing the Harvester of Souls, plucked from the best of the Fighters Guild across Tamriel. Every one of them experienced at destroying Dark Anchors, which is what makes their disappearance so troubling. We have a better chance of finding them if we split up and search different areas. I'll meet you later. Maeve, are you all right?
Please get me out of here. I saw what they did to the others. It is a fate worse than death. We fought the worm cultists to the center of Gilvardel, beneath the hollow tree. The Dark Anchor loomed before us, swarming with Daedra, like so many others we'd seen before. But it wasn't long before we realized something was different. We couldn't budge. Nothing we tried worked. All around it was this feeling, a chill running down our spines. It was his presence, from when he reaped the souls of Gilvardel all those years ago. It's strengthening the Dark Anger somehow. There are evil devices planted in the earth. The worm cultists call them Fangs of Chaos. They seem to be channeling the residual magic from Molog Ball's presence into the anchor. Ares tried to destroy one, but it killed him the instant he hit it. I don't know. If mortal weapons are useless, if even the most devastating magic fails, what hope do mere mortals have against the Prince of Schemes?
Don't worry, Maeva. I'll see you safely away from this place.
Nonsense. You and your friend here must destroy the Dark Anchor, or the others died in vain.
You always put yourself last, don't you? Maeva's account of the Fangs gives me an idea. Of course, the Fangs. It all makes sense now. Blessed Almalexia had a vision that the Prince of Schemes had sunk his teeth into the ground at Gilvardel. The Fangs she saw in her vision must be the devices Maeva described. Have you ever seen a goddess cry? It is a terrible thing to behold. So perfect a face, marred by so many tears. Almalexia's tears for Gilvardel crystallized into a beautiful gem, filled with all her fury directed at the Harvester of Souls. A goddess never suffers without purpose. The gem can destroy the Fangs of Chaos. Blessed Almalexia warned me that no mortal could wield the gem without also being destroyed by her rage. She told me to wait for the soulless, deathless one. You. Take Almalexia's tear. Destroy the worm cultists. Their blood will awaken her fury. Once my goddess's fury is released from the gem, nothing, not even these Fangs of Chaos, will withstand it. I will remain at your side to see this through. It is done. The Harvester of Souls' presence is receding from the land, though it is likely that this place will be forever scarred. They will try, but without the Daedra, or the link to Cold Harbor, destroying the remaining worm cultists will be quick work. I will warn the Dominion of what they attempted with the Fangs of Chaos. It will not be allowed to happen again. I must send word to the Dominion of what transpired here. Almalexia sees great things from you, but whether good or bad, I can't say. Thank you for your help. If we meet again, I hope it is as allies once more. Farewell.
This could be the key to filling in the gaps of the Valenwood variant of the Aliadun tongue. If only we had the missing pieces. Sorry, friend. I have no time to chat. One of my subordinates recently came across something very interesting. Something that could make our time in this dreadful land worthwhile. You? Can you even read Never mind. You have the look of an adventurer, and maybe that is what I need now more than another scholar. It was a stone fragment etched with Ayleid runes, found by a fisherman who claimed it washed upon shore. It could be, were I able to get my hands on other fragments. Without them, this piece is useless. Still, the fact that the fisherman found it on the shore could be valuable information. Perhaps there are more ruins somewhere off the coast. Perhaps your interest is genuine. I will gladly accept your help. From the size and shape, I would say we need 4 more pieces. The fisherman claimed he was fishing off the western coast when this stone was found. The others might not be far. You mean this land of buzzing gnats, ticks the size of ponies, and elves who look at anything with meat on its bones as a potential meal? Oh no, I just love it here. Still, the research is what matters. I could really make a difference. Everyone knows the Ayleids left many secrets behind, and the more we understand about them, the more we learn about what remains. Their language is part of this, and as the Ayleids migrated and split, variations of their language emerged. Correct. We already know there were cultural differences between the Ayleids of Cyrodiil and those that settled in Valenwood. Their language varies too, and is less understood than the more common Cyrodiilic. Any writing we find here is significant.
soldiers. Soldiers everywhere. They turned our holy site into a slave camp. Get out of here while you still can. Dominion soldiers. They're led by General Indare, the Jade Butcher of Cormount. They forced us to dig for them, to uproot the soil. They're looking for something buried deep in the ground. One of the soldiers called it Rachin's mantle. My friend Braylor seemed really concerned. He asked me to go to Elden Root and warn the Mages Guild. I've never seen him so worried. Braylor is near those glowing stones. Be careful!
You aren't with the pilgrims, are you? Then perhaps you can be of assistance. General Endare scours this place for Rajin's mantle, but the relic must be kept from her hands. Either she misunderstands the dangers, or she thinks they don't apply to her. I'm concerned about its misuse. Unless you're prepared to handle them correctly, relics such as these can corrode you. I would tell General Endare myself, but I don't trust her intentions. Not after she pressed these pilgrims into service. Then she's in luck. I served the 8 divines before joining the Mages Guild. I know what must be done to safely transport a relic such as Rajin's mantle. We'll just need to find it before General Endare does. The Falinesti faithful believe the Welkin stones hold the memories of the walking city. Earlier, I heard soldiers speaking of the same stones. If you can see me past the frost trolls, perhaps we can see what the stones have to do with Rajin's mantle. A famous high elf general, or infamous, depending on who you ask. Her Jade Dragoons are well respected, but she has an aggressive reputation. Last I heard, she was in Haven. A very good question, which raises another. Rajin's mantle is a Khajiit legend. Why does she seek it out in Grahtwood, the home of the Wood Elf King? What could have brought it to the Falinesti winter site? Rajin is a Khajiit trickster god, also worshipped by thieves and deceivers. The Khajiit swap tales of Rajin's greatest pranks. It is said his 7 shadows do his bidding throughout Tamriel. Yes, each shadow reflects a different aspect of Rajin's personality and power. This could be a convenient metaphor, actual living shadows, or something else entirely. I have a theory, but until I can support it, speculation is less than useless. Perhaps the Welkin stones will reveal more. Arms as tall as a person, an endless hunger, and jaws that can snap off a horse's leg in a single bite. Why am I afraid of frost trolls? The real question is, why aren't you? Let's see what these stones reveal.
Who are you? What brings you into my home?
A simple thief of hearts, come to steal yours from this walking city.
Steal my heart, or steal your loins? For your arrow looks aquiver.
Such a lowly mouth can dine anywhere, a trait we both share. What service to our palace should we conjoin in feast?
I am a married woman, so you must starve, unless you care to feast upon yourself.
There must be more to see.
I cannot sleep, and my husband will not wake. What cruel jest is this?
Say the word, Lady Nerune. I will allow you to sleep in my bed.
Scoundrel! You think to steal me from my husband? From the city I call home?
I only stole your sleep, which I gifted to your husband. His inattention must make him harder to love.
What would you know of love, monster? You have none of it, and you will have none of me.
Your protests ring hollow, Lady Nerune. We shall see how much when I steal you away from husband and home.
What else can we learn?
Come to me, my little snowbird.
What have you done? Where am I?
This vault, I built it to hold a precious treasure deep below your walking city. I will keep you safe and away from interference.
Why have you done this? Is your heart as cold as this chamber?
Your heart is cold, Lady Nerume. Warming it to Rajine's shadow will unlock the prison built of your denial.
Never. I would rather freeze until time's end than share one warm moment with you.
So be it. This vault shall forever hold your frozen heart. I leave my mantle to conceal the shame you caused me. Farewell, Nerume.
Now we know why the fallen Esti faithful were forced to dig. We should speak of this. General Endare was certain she'd find Rajine's mantle beneath the fallen Esti winter site. She made the fallen Esti faithful dig for that frozen vault. It seems they have uncovered it. And it would certainly explain the frost trolls. Perhaps Kirtor can help. The fallen Esti faithful aren't led by anyone, but after the soldiers arrived, he worked to keep tempers calm. He may know where to find the vault. Last I saw, he was in an encampment near the dig site. Mostly fallen Esti faithful with a handful of soldiers. We should avoid the site itself. The frost trolls are down there. They're peaceful sorts. Most believe their faith will one day draw the walking city back from wherever it disappeared. You'd be better off asking them to explain their own delusion. I've noted it's not a religious experience for everybody. Some use the annual pilgrimage to hold a revel in Fallen Esti's honor. Any excuse to celebrate.